So the junior Rotax field takes to the track once again for their second out of 3 heats. And in this particular occasion, here is your starting grid. On pole position of the 27-strong field will be Thomas Stolsamanis. Kai Rielitz will be alongside him once again. Mathis Turlo in third position. Bruno Molders in fourth, ahead of Mikkel Pedersen, Edgars Wilkans, Jori Schoens, Kasper Schomans, who had a top 7 finish in his first ever heat as a junior. Well done, young man. He starts P8. Strauven in the 299. And then Luke Niesen running at the top 10. Max Knappen and Joy Briedveld round out the top 12 ahead of Nick Gerhards, Magnus Pedersen, Farin Megger, Vic Stevens, Theo Blanc from France, Montego Maassen, Tommy van der Struijs, Enzo Bol, Julian Kloosman, Javi Bachmach-Tiuk, Thies Dams, Olivier Jonkers, Lawrence Herbols, Ralph van der Pevert, and Marius Roos in the 27th and final position on the starting grid. They've just completed the sighting lap and now go on to the formation lap. 2 further front-fairing penalties, I might add, for senior Rotax this weekend. I think that brings them to a grand total of 25 approximately by my count so far. And when you consider that it's a 5-second time penalty for every single every single front-fairing penalty that we've had so far. And yeah, it's going to be rather interesting what happens here, because DD2 are the only ones that had no front-fairing penalties. So we've had a total of 140 seconds. That's 2 minutes 20 seconds worth of front-fairing penalties alone issued so far. Now they come through turn 12. Will we get a clean start this time around? Into the tram lines we go. 27 senior Rotax drivers are ready. They are steady. Looks like we've gotten things underway here. And a good start once again from Stolsamanis. This time Turlo stays ahead of Moulders, as it looks to be rather messy in the mid-pack. Oh, that got very, very close. I think too close for comfort for a lot of drivers on that particular occasion. However, they've all gotten through. Some side-by-side battlings. We haven't had a 3-way scrap going out of turn 6. There's a tangle. Oh, someone's got a turnaround through turn 7. That was Nick Gerhards. I think he had to count his. That was Gerhards. He got a tag, and I think that might have been from Farin Megger. Possibly, not 100% sure, but Gerhards went sideways going into and was so close to the barriers off of turn 7. That was definitely a heart-in-the-mouth moment, and I'm sure that Nick Gerhards will be breathing a sigh of relief after that one. 1 lap in the books. Quite a few drivers have dropped down the field, and there has been some major changes. Montego Maassen now out of the top 20. Byron Megger's up to P13 and is taking Vic Stevens with him. Tommy van der Struijs now up into P11. Kasper Schomans now past Edgars Wilkans and is trying to close on Bruno Moulders. That's the battle for 5th position at this particular moment in time. But Stolsamanis from Latvia leads the way, is a little bit further down the order. There are some drivers trying to do their level best to get up the order. But the thing is, all 27 drivers will proceed to the pre-final and the final tomorrow. However, how they do in these 3 initial qualifying heats will determine their grid position for the pre-final. Pre-final dictates the grid position is up the inside. Oh, there was a move there. Wilkans on Schomans through into turn number 12. So Wilkans now up into 6th position as well. That's Bruno Moulders up the inside of Pedersen through turn 2. Bruno Moulders does a great job there. I think he might have just caught the curb on the exit of turn 2. That put the back axle up in the air. However, he managed to keep the throttle planted. And behind them, they've got Wilkans, Schomans, and now here comes Thomas Strauven in the 299 from Belgium as up the inside. Oh, there could be a change for position here. That is the case. And that is for The 254. Tommy van der Stroys absolutely getting his elbows out. He's battling away with Max Knappen and gets the switchback through turn number 9 on the 248. A little bit further back. Oh, there's some more dueling here. You've got Nick Gerhards, Farin Mega, Magnus Pedersen, all squabbling over the same bit of tarmac as Gerhards up the inside of Mega through turn 12. And look at the train at the front. Oh, Relitz goes for the lead on lap number 4, up the inside through turn 2 on Tomas Stolsamanis from Latvia and gets the position. Great move there by Relitz, but we saw it in the first heat a little bit earlier on today that Stolsamanis and Relitz were battling away until Kingdom Come, and then all of a sudden we have the likes of Bruno Malders factoring in. Well, we have got Malders factoring in. We've got Turlo. We've got Mikkel Pedersen in there as well. Edgars Vilkans, who made it a Latvian 1-3 in the first heat. And I'm sure that the Latvians will want to make their presence rather truly well felt here today ahead of pre-final and finals day tomorrow. As now Stolsamanis up the inside of turn 12 on Relitz. Gets the lead back. Relitz now jinks to the right-hand side. Oh, Stolsamanis goes defensive. Oh, but Stolsamanis loses the place as Malders goes up the inside of Turlo to retake third position. A little bit further back, you've got Schurmans and Strauven battling away. These two know each other very, very well indeed. As look at the battle, it's all kicking off. Now someone has dropped dramatically down the field. That could be, I think, possibly Vilkans as all. They're getting compromised going through turn 7. And now it's a 1-2. Bruno Malders has got past Tomas Stolsamanis. Matis Turlo rounds out the top 4. Then it's Vilkans. Then Pedersen. Strauven. And then Schurmans. And then just behind them, Max Knappen and Tommy van der Stroys still battling away. That is over 9th position. So Relitz leads after 5 laps. On to lap 6 we go, through turns 1 and 2. Stolsamanis goes up the inside of Malders. Tangles wheels with the Dutch driver and manages to get his way past. But in the meantime, Turlo up the inside of Malders. Malders, I think, has got a possible problem after that slight clash. But he's back up the inside of Mikkel Pedersen. Oh, Strauven into the back of Malders. Strauven, I think, got compromised there. Not 100% sure. He went steamrolling up the inside. Caught the back bumper of Bruno Malders, and Malders has been punched out of the top 10. And that has given Kasper Schurmans an opportunity. Well, we thought there were dramas in senior road tax. Junior road tax have just done exactly the same thing right now in their halfway point of the qualifying heat stages. Mistakes at this time cannot be afforded. As now Stolsamanis battling away with Relitz. Relitz will lead them on to the start-finish straight, or will he? Stolsamanis is going to power past the Belgian even before they hit the apex of turn 1. And then Turlo follows past as well. Then Vilkans waiting in the wings. But Relitz, goes bumping over the curbs through the inside of turn 3. He's trying to do his absolute best. He knew he had a fight on his hand. He has a sideways drift to the right coming out of turn 5. Through down into the Europalan. Out of turn 6. Stolsamanis leads. 50 seconds on the clock remaining. This is nip and tuck between this quartet at the front of the field. And great work for Kasper Schurmans. I'm sure that Bruno Malders will not be very happy after what has just happened. I'm not too sure if there may be a forthcoming front fairing penalty, dependent on the way that the contact happened between Strauven and Malders. And Malders now finds himself in 10th position as Turlo looking up the inside of Stolsamanis. Now in the penultimate lap of this race, the penultimate heat for Junior Road Tax. Their final one will be at 16:55 local time. That's 3:55 p.m. So if you're in Portugal or if you are in the United Kingdom. But now the timer has hit 0. Stolsamanis has about a lap and a quarter still to go. Still to hang on. Relitz might have an opportunity not just to get past. Turlo is right on the back bumper of the Dutch driver. Going through into turn 11. Now into turn 12. And Edgar's Wilkans is not that far adrift, but then you look at the battles behind. Shawman, Straven, Knappen, and Van der Stroys now factoring in into their own rights as we are on to the last lap. Ralph van der Pavert as Rielitz goes up the inside through turn 2. Rielitz threading the eye of the needle. Banzai's over the curves through turn 4 and gets past Matti Sturlo. Inspired commitment from Kai Rielitz from Belgium. So keeps himself in second position. He'll want to be as close as he can in terms of the intermediate classification post this evening. But it looks like Stolsamanis will have a second victory of the day. We have had dramas personified this weekend so far, and I don't think we're done yet. We still have DD2 and DD2 Masters. As it's getting rather racy a little bit further behind. Checkered flags waves for Stolsamanis. Rielitz second, Turlo in third, Wilkans fourth, Strauven P5. I wonder if that result is going to stick. Schauman's in sixth, Max Knappen, Tommy van der Stroys, Bruno Molders finishes in ninth ahead of Nick Gerhards. Mikkel Pedersen finishes ahead of Magnus Pedersen in 11th and 12th respectively. So a lot of things to still be talking about here in that respect. However, Thomas Stolsamanis takes the victory. So in many respects. So yeah, Stolsamanis takes the victory ahead of Riele, Sterlo, Wilkans, Strauven, Schormans, Knappen, Van der Stroys, Malders and Gerhards rounding out the top 10. Mikkel Pedersen, Magnus Pedersen, Farin Mega, Luke Nielsen, Jori Schoens round out the top 15. Joi Briefveld, Vic Stevens, Theo Blin, Marius Rose starting 27th, finishes in 19th ahead of Enzo Bol. Thijs Dames ahead of Montego Maassen, Javi Bachmach Diuk, Olivier Jonkers, Lawrence Herbols, and Julian Kloosman rounding out the 26th that finished, with Ralph van der Pavert race ending on lap number 6.